Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and you like anything koi related or aquarium related, be sure to hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any future content. And if you're returning, welcome back. So this episode we'll be looking at getting the aquarium planted up and then hopefully getting some water in it if all goes well. So yeah, I won't rub it on any longer. I'll catch you shortly. Right, so I got myself a nice little selection of aquatic plants. These are carpeting plants, these two here and these two here. So the idea is to get them near the front of the tank and then eventually they'll spread out. Like I say, they'll spread out and cover the gravel, so that'll give it a nice natural look. I think that's a medium sized growing plant, so yeah, that will go somewhere around the middle. And then I've also got these taller growing plants here. These ones just come in bunches, so they'll go along the back. Got some reds to mix in there with the green, so that will look nice. Like I said, when I use the substrate that I have used, which is the gravel, obviously there's going to be no nutrition going into these plants. So what you can get to solve that problem are these. They're called root tabs. These are basically to be planted with the plants to give them some nutrition. Don't confuse these for nutrition tablets that you dissolve in water. These just basically go directly underneath the plants. So what I'm going to do, like I've done with this one here, is I'm just going to cut out a section of the basket there, and then I'll slip a root tab into that section. I'll just show you. Yeah, so what I will do is basically just slot one in there, and that will give nutrition to that plant. And then moving forward, every month you can basically put the root tabs into the gravel next to some of these plants just to give them additional nutrition. You can also get liquid fertilizers as well that you can put into the tank, so that'll be something to look at moving forward. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to look at getting these into the tank. When I plant these in, I'll plant them into the gravel and I'll plant a root tab next to it as well, so that'll give them some nutrition as well. So yeah, let's get this planted up. Okay then, so that's the tank planted. I'm not a professional aquascaper, so I basically just plodded them around the tank, but looks alright. I did decide to take the baskets out just to get rid of a bit of the bulk, and I just poked the tabs underneath into the rock wall. So yeah, I think that's deadly. Pulled one off. Never mind. So yeah, not looking too bad. Now I've got the task of filling it up, which isn't going to be easy because it's freezing outside and I left the hose pipe out and that's frozen. So I'm going to have to do this by bucket. Right, so a couple of jobs just before I start filling up. I need to connect the pump wiring up. I am going to be fitting a wave maker into the tank, or power head, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to put it on this side. I'm not going to have it on all the time, just every now and again, just to basically, I'm going to have it pointing up so it gives me some circulation of water just to mix it up a bit, and that will also help to spread the CO2 there. So I'm going to get that in. Got a new air pump, dual outlet for the two moving beds in the filter, and I need to set my Inkbird thermostat up for the heater as well. So I'm going to get all that done, and then I can come back and start filling up with water. Right, so that's everything connected up in there: pumps, heaters, air lines for the little mini moving beds. I haven't got them plugged in at the moment, just going to leave them like that. So now it's time start chucking some water in it, which isn't going to be fun because I'm going to have to do it with a bucket. So I'll get back to you when it's filled. Okay, so I've got it full of water, or thereabouts. I've switched my pump on, and it turns out that the pump is knackered, which isn't ideal because I've had to go out and buy a new one. It's just in that bay there, just because I was trying to mess around with it to try and get it working, but to no joy. So I've had to go out and get a new one. It is a bit overkill, but I'm only going to run it at 30%. Right, so that pump's working. Working a treat. So got the new pump down there. Got the heater on. It's going to monitor that. It's going to bring it up to 27. I'll have to extend that pipe there a little bit just to try and quiet the sump down a little bit. But yeah, levels are looking good. The idea when you're filling an aquarium with a sump is always fill the aquarium and let the water drain down into the sump. And that way you've got no risk of overfilling. But that's just at the right levels now, so I'll let that do its thing and put the lights on. Right, so there we go. Lamps are on, pump's working. It's a little bit noisy down there, but I'm going to try and sort that out at a later point. Got my 2 moving beds running in there, heaters in there. Temperature's currently 22.5, so it's at 27. I haven't set up the CO2 yet. Need to get a timer for the solenoid. I'm going to use this as my auto top-up tank. One last thing I do need to do is set up my auto top-up for it. I know it's not the tidiest down there, but there's not a lot of room to play with. With regards to the lights, if you've got a planted aquarium, ideally you want 50% of your light on the red spectrum, 15% or no more than 15% on the blue spectrum, and then the rest you can have green and a little bit of white light. White light doesn't actually do anything for the plants, it's mainly red. So that's how I've got mine set up. I've got them to dim down slightly of an evening as well, just so it's not too distracting when I'm trying to watch TV. But yeah, looking alright at the moment. So next stage will be to get some fish in there. I've got some mature media in there in the moving beds, so that'll probably help it move along. I've also got some stability which I'll be banging in on a daily basis, and then we can start looking at getting some fish in here. But overall, pretty happy with how it's turned out so far. Right, so I've got this little auto top-up system to go in the unit. Comes with power, little pump, tubing, a couple of clips, and a sensor. So I'm going to use the existing tank that I had for the auto top-up, and then I'm going to slot it into this bay here. Not much can really tell you about it, but let's get this in. Right, so I don't know how you can see this. Little sensor just goes there. Solid blue light, and it's on standby. When the water level drops below the water level, the pump will pump out of this tank. So yeah, that's the auto top-up system done. So I didn't really go through it. There's not much you can say about it, to be honest with you. If you want one, you can get it off Amazon. Right, that's it for this one, guys. Chuffed to have got some water in the aquarium, so soon I will be able to get some fish in there. A couple of little jobs I need to do next time before I do start looking at putting anything in, but we'll get there slowly but surely. So yeah, we'll leave it there for this one. Until next time, thanks for watching.